the gauntlet's been thrown. Sosie put up a video on her blog on YouTube, and so now I'm gonna have to do it. And hopefully, eventually, we'll get Kai on here too, because she's kind of a ham, so I can't wait to see her on camera. I want to know what she's gonna talk about. But she talked about her day and the horrible dentist appointment she was avoiding. So I'll talk about my day. I went to bed at like 9 p.m. last night and woke up at 4 a.m. so that I could study for my history midterm. Which, I'm not usually afraid of tests, but he gives 2 tests in one class. So it's like huge. So I was really scared. I did some studying last night, and Kai has actually taken Professor Briggs' Western Civ 2 before. So she was able to help me. And she was like, okay, so he gives you this card that's like this big. You've got all these readings that you did, so just write like 2 sentences from them on there. And I'm thinking, I won't be able to fit them all. My handwriting is huge! So I had to come up with something. And also we had this giant list of terms that was actually more than a page long. So I came up with pictographs. Mostly because I'm a Japanese language student, and the concept of pictographs being something for this was something I really liked. I wanted to put Japanese kanji on there, but I don't know the kanji for all these different things that I wanted to put on there, and I thought that it's probably not a good idea to be stressed about my midterm and to be adding kanji I haven't learned yet on top of it. Which reminds me, Kai and I are actually also part of Nihongo Underground, which happened last night, but I didn't stick around because I was studying for my midterm. But that'll happen again tomorrow, and I'll talk about that then. The exam went really good. I'm really looking forward to seeing if he says anything about, like, all the terms that I had on the back of it that had these pictorial crowns and, like, shorts that symbolize nobility because of, like, the breeches and stuff like that. And, I had a little piece of bread to represent the peasantry. I thought it was particularly clever, and I really liked it. A little cog for industrialization. We're talking, like, we started in the 1600s, and we're not quite into the 1900s, but we're getting there. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the whole World War I and World War II. Sosie introduced Kai and I to Axis Powers Italia, which is a, like, 4-minute, 5-minute segment anime that they have, which personifies countries and then has treaties, equal relationships, and has turned it into this fantastic anime. And of course, since Kai is a history major, she geeks out over it because there's all these history jokes and stuff in there, and I geek out over it too now because I'm taking a history class, and every time they mention the Holy Roman Empire, I'm like, he's the cute little chibi guy that runs around in the little hat. It's adorable. And then my teacher's awesome, so I squee at him and I squee about what he talks about. But I go to class at 10 in the morning and go, I love history! On the way to school, after I wrote everything down. Mind you, I'm supposed to be in class at 10 o'clock, and I leave the house at 9:30. IUN is like 25 minutes away, which means, if I get to traffic or whatever, or anything, I'm screwed. And then there's a whole walking process through campus to actually get to class and be on time. And it's a midterm, I can't be late. I nearly got pulled over by a police officer on the way. There's a county cop that was behind me when I left my subdivision. I'm going 50 miles an hour and a 40, and I'm going, oh God, please don't pull me over. And not just because of my midterm, because if I get one more ticket because I'm a freaking speed demon, and I always get caught, I lose my license for like 10 years and we don't have public transportation in the area. I'd have to move in with my sister in Albuquerque, and I'm just not looking forward to that. I mean, my dog's black and fuzzy, and just being in the New Mexico heat would be terrible for him. I'd rather move to Alaska. So maybe I could convince my sister to move to Alaska. No, probably not. Even though she does like Alaska, she really likes her Nambe Indians that she's working with in her linguistic stuff. Anyway. So, thank God he doesn't pull me over, but the entire time he's behind me, I'm praying. I'm like, please, please don't pull me over, please. He didn't. Thank God. Got to my class, looked at the midterm, had my card, and went, this is gonna be easy. I kinda like this. chilled. Took my midterm. It was awesome. Guess what? Right afterwards, I have a French midterm. Wait, actually, technically, she said it was a Demi-Exam. It wasn't quite as big as a real one, but I actually took it, and I'm like, this is pretty much a regular exam. It's just that our chapter has so many different things on it, she didn't want to crunch it all into one. Like, lots of these grammar points, they're really important, like reflexive pronouns and direct object, they're just craziness. And French is actually not that easy for me, even though Japanese was kind of fun. She actually lets me take my French exam and my lit class that I don't have anything to do, and that's her office hours, which is really convenient. So I take it, and I'm fairly certain I got a B on it, which is really exciting, because I didn't really study all that much, and I had all my head full of history, and little Napoleon was running around going, "We shall take over all of Europe! Zaha! Screw you, Britain, and your damn island! I can't get to you, so I shall cut you off by making sure no one trades with you." And this was what it was going, except like he was all anime-ish with like a really funky hat, and yeah. I watch too much anime because that's pretty much what all of history now, every character like pops up in my head as. Tiny cute things waving their little like malformed fists at people going, "Me." And I'm like, oh, they're cute. Even the evil ones. Even the evil ones. So, took it, felt good, wouldn't play it online for a while because my brain was fried, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to go to lit class. And my lit teacher wasn't there. She's missed 6 classes now because she's been sick with upper respiratory infection and otherwise. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to be able to finish this class if she's not here for it? This is the second time I'm taking this class. And I really want to finish it with her because she's kind of a cool lit teacher. She's not a meanie like some lit teachers can be. She let me not reread the Metamorphosis. I hated it. I don't want to be vicariously a freaking dung beetle. I don't, with terrible, awful things happening. I don't like Russian literature. It's depressing. And it's not that I like happy literature. No, I can go with the tragedies, that's fine. But there's nothing redeeming in most of Russian literature. It's all, your life is doomed. Everything is doomed. You shall die in horrible ways, and you shall never, ever see the light of day. And I'm like, why don't you just lock me up in a dungeon for a week instead of making me do Russian? Because at least I could draw on the walls. But, like, vicariously, I can't control Russian lit when I'm reading it. I have a rather good imagination, and I don't want terrible, awful things to giant apple in my side. I don't like dung beetles. It's not that I have an issue with them in general, because they do their fine things, but being a giant one and being ostracized by your entire family? Ew! So she wasn't there. But we had a substitute, which was okay. He apparently had some sort of literature background, because he actually did go over William Wordsworth's poem with us, which was about daffodils. Also apparently about the imagination and how it works. A reflexive place. So I liked it, and I didn't let it sleep. So I came home, took my puppy for a walk, and loves going for a walk, and he got horribly, horribly messy. But he's happy, and that's all that really matters. And I've, of course, been sitting on YouTube for I don't know how long, watching vlogbrothers back videos, because I just became a nerd fighter about a week or 2 ago, and I don't understand anything they're talking about. So I have to watch the back episodes so I can actually understand when they talk about nerd fighters and chickens in their head and Decepticons, like where that all came from. But I like it. I really like watching them. It's really hilarious. John eat a blended Happy Meal. I couldn't handle it. Ask Sozy. Sozy was there. She was the one who showed me like the whole vlogbrother thing in the first place. And I couldn't handle it. She laughed at me, and she always makes fun of me. But that's okay. That's what friends do. Kai does it much worse than she does. I guess that's it for today. Bye!